Hello, it's Graham Whitehead, Holistic Fitness and Wellness Coach, and today I wanted to talk about exercise guidelines for the over 40. Now, the first thing you must understand when you're over 40, whether you're a runner or you're a weight trainer in the gym, is that you're not going to be lifting the same weight or covering distances in a quicker time than you were, say, in your 30s, unless you're kind of starting, say, tomorrow and you haven't done anything for 25 years. So understand that. One of the main concerns with this person who's over 40 is orthopedic concerns. So how can we manage joint health? Now, the best way to manage joint health is to select the correct foods to eat. Now, are you eating pro-inflammatory foods such as gluten, lots of grains, processed dairy, sugar? Because these are going to affect your joints and create an autoimmune response. People don't believe it, but you'll see over the next coming years how there's more and more research linking what you eat to a lot of joint pain and a lot of parasite issues to joint pain and things like that. Now, other things you can do is you can use omega-3s or curcumin to help manage your joint health. Okay, so we've talked about that. Other things to consider is that you do lose a pound of muscle a year, so you are going to have to use strategies to help you recover quicker. And you understand that you're not going to recover quicker, but you need to use these strategies. Sleep, I talk about it in every video, and the power of sleep. So you are going to have to get a good amount of sleep and be holistic in your approach to keeping yourself fit, younger and healthier. So power naps you can use as well. Meditation is another thing you can use. You can use power naps after your workouts, after your training and things like that. Other things you can use hot and cold bathing, you can use infrared sauna, red light therapy is going to be really useful to use. And another thing I want to talk about is also pattern overload. Don't expose yourself to pattern overload. For example, if you're a runner and you're just constantly running and running and running and running, what you're doing is you're exposing your body to the same movement pattern, and that's what leads to injuries often. Whereas at least if you're weight training, you're doing twisting, bending, pulling, pushing, squatting, lunging. So you're exposing different muscles to different resistances. So you often find that there's kind of less injuries if it's done with correct form. Now, what a runner could do, for example, is they could integrate some weight training that complements their running. Because if you think about it, if they just keep running and running and running, how much better can they actually get in their 40s if they just keep running and running and running? There's only so good they can get. So they have to look at a more holistic approach and look at ways that they can improve their running through other practices. And that's what the athletes that last adopt this approach as well. So as long as you can nourish your brain with the correct amount of foods, you may need to use supplements, manage your recovery, and know that you're going to need more recovery than you were, say, in your 30s. And get plenty of rest. That's the focus there. And make sure you're training with good form, but understand and be realistic and know that you're not going to be able to generate the same weight or hit better times than you were, say, in your 30s, unless you were very unhealthy or you haven't done anything for years, as I said. That's all from me today, and I hope you've enjoyed those little tips for the exerciser who's over 40. Thank you very much. See you soon.